Kia ora, New Zealand, and welcome back to another fantastic week on Sweet Chain Live. We're at episode 173 this week, and you'll notice, not beside me tonight, Mr. Matt Drake, but Mr. Alen Wharton, or Alen Megatron, as we all know him. How you doing, Alen? You're on mute right now, brother.
Well, not anymore, but here I am. Yes, I am doing very well, thank you, Morgan. It's a pleasure to be on the show, and I'm keen to see what the world of disc golf's got for us this week.
Yeah, mate. You're obviously one of my best mates, and I've seen your skills hosting the mic at their regular quiz nights when Arne Burgess can't be bothered taking up his role. So, as soon as Matt said that he couldn't be here tonight, I couldn't think of a better person to have on the show. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes. Chat, how are we all doing? I can see a lot of people already having a few comments in the chat. Can we just get a thumbs up or a yes? We're all sounding good in the chat, please. Just let us know what's going on. Tonight we've got a really good show for you. First time without Maddie steering the ships. We're probably going to try and keep it a wee bit compact, but not too compact. So kicking us off tonight, we just want to announce that we've got Johnny Wake on the show. One of my all-time favorite disc golfers in the whole of New Zealand. So very excited to speak to him. And then we're just going to go through our regular proceedings, basically. So, Alen, why don't you just kick us off and tell us, how have you been? What's been going on in the world of Alen and disc golf?
Well, Alan's just got himself back from a trip to the UK and Europe for a little while. Went home for a few bits and pieces, Jess's sister's wedding, went and caught up with my family, but then took the opportunity to play as much disc golf as I could in that time. Went and played a few courses, went down to South Warden and played with the man, the legend that is Charlie Mead. Had another couple of rounds with him, which was good stuff. Went to the University of Essex in Colchester, played the course there, and somehow took out top score for 2024. So go me.
Heck yeah. There you go.
Managed to play a bit through Asia. Played in Kalang Park in Singapore, the only disc golf course in Singapore. So I think at the time I was the only person in the country playing, which was a weird concept. And through Copenhagen and Sweden, played a total of 8 courses in 5 days, including Axland in near Malmö in Sweden. So the number 10 ranked course in the whole world on UDisc last year, and it was an absolute pleasure to play there. I've never seen a course so pristine outside of a tournament. It was fantastic.
They're pretty incredible courses out there, eh? It's not even really comparable to anything we have out here when you step on the courses that they've got. Nothing here yet. Would love to get there one day, but man, pretty incredible scenes.
Oh, right? Absolutely. I mean, Axland itself had like brushes on every tee pad, benches on every tee pad, towels on every tee pad, alternate tee and basket positions that were in there permanently. So you had like an endless array of holes that you could just change up and mix around. And they had a whole bench of Casterplast loan discs as well. You could just help yourself do, and then return them at the end. So just a mint setup, an absolutely beautiful
That's course. Incredible. I can, just looking over to the YouTube stream, I can see that we're bouncing all over the place like Tetris pieces, but you know what? We're going to stick with it, see how we do, and we're just going to carry on as professionally as possible. So onwards and upwards, we're going to kick it off at with hot scores, as always, and I'm going to kick us off down south in Queen's Park, where we have, and now guys, I just want to caveat this by saying, usually every week Matt goes through and figures out who all of the nicknames are, the UDisc nicknames. I have not done that. I've taken a stab at a few of them, and the rest are just your names, so it is what it is. But starting us off as ever in Queen's Park and Invercargill, Robert, MCN, and Brads, both with an 11 under par this week. Down into Chingford, we've got Mr. Lance Eason with a 7 under par.
Let's go.
Brockville Park. Yes, Lance. Brockville, we've got Endomorph Deluxe and Nicholas JGM, both scoring even par this week to take down the hot score. Coming into our neck of the woods, we've got the Stiffmeister at the Queenstown Gardens shooting an 11 under par this week. A lot of disc golf happening in Queenstown right now. There's a few courses that have popped up in the last, 6 months, and man, there's a lot of people out there playing. Well, I'm hoping to see maybe Flight Park make it onto the hot scores one day. Anywho, Lismore, we've got Joel 8088 with a -8 this week, taking down the hot score. Jelly Park sees Sergey Sannon, tongue twister, -8 under par this week. Warren Park, we've got Connor 2828 with a -9. Sam Cole gets it done at Queen's Park with a -4. Sam Cole, shout out. He's in the chat. Small Bone Reserve, we've got Luke 40 with a -8. Saxton Field, Brew Dory with a -2. And rounding us off at Bradford, top of the South Island, Cully Balan 1507 with a huge -16 this week to round out the South. Incredible scenes.
Let's go. Good work, everyone.
How are we looking in the north there, Mr. Alen San?
Well, let me tell you, we've had some good scores coming in this week. We'll go right from the top with Berhampore. We've got your friend of mine. I've heard he's got 3 belly buttons. His name is Flavio. He's scored a -6. In Hikoikoi, we've got this tiny superhero Ben 10 with another -6. Linklater in the blue layout, a 9-hole, but an absolute champion here, Johnny Wake, with a -12 on a 9-hole course. So he hit some good chains there.
Scorching.
Maryland's, we've got Extra Force with a -5. Spa Park on the black layout, we've got Callum Petman with a -3. In Henderson, we have a tie between J Dutch 96 and Hattie Mwang on a -4. And Woodhill Red Course, we've got another tie with Zach Armour and Mark Hellier, both on -2. And in Rosedale, we've got Chris Kingsnorth on a -5. Everybody under par this week. Everybody shooting some good old scores.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, Johnny Wake taking it down in the north end of the islands this week with a 12 under par. And as I said, at Brantford, Kelly Balan with a -16. Huge scores by these guys. We're going to waste no time. We're going to jump straight into our guest chat, and it's none other than the North Island, Johnny Wake. Johnny. Good, brother. How are you?
Welcome.
Not too bad. Not too
My
bad.
friend,
at
you've
all.
been absolutely destroying the courses out there. Anything you touch seems to turn to gold, and mate, it's just incredible scenes. We love to see it. How are you finding it out there?
It's been good. It's been a slow couple of months. There's not many tournaments. You guys have got all the tournaments down in South Island at the moment, it would seem. So yeah, just champing at the bit to get out and play some sanctioned disc golf, really. I've been sneaking down to Wellington, jumping in some of their sanctioned leagues, playing some of their club events and stuff. Just trying to get out when I can.
Just remind me, where are you living at the moment, Johnny?
Farming, just outside Farming.
And how far is that to get down to Welly just to have a couple of rounds?
Hour and a half from here, sort of, close to 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours into Berhampore.
Yeah, okay. That's not as far as I actually thought it was. That's cool, man. Good to see you just getting out there away from your local village and getting down to the mighty Wellington region. I'm sure those guys 100%. Love seeing you come down there and just destroy their courses and their scores every week.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome with open arms, always.
Yeah, mate. Hey, so last weekend you played at the Waitawa Coastal Cup and came up trumps.
Yeah, well stoked with that one. It's pretty special. It was my first win playing disc golf last year when I played MO1 there. So it was pretty special to go back to back there and come up trumps again this year, MPO. Yeah,
stepping up into MPO against the likes of Jack Brennan, Joe Berry, Jackson Sullivan. We go through the whole list, Henry Pearson and Matthew Masters. So a big jump up in the competition. You've picked Jacko by one shot, and I can just see from the last round that's all it was, one shot in the last round, and that got the job done. How was it having Jacko just right on your heels the whole weekend?
It was good fun. Like, it was great battling Jacko. Played with him in the second round only. I was with Henry Pearson and a couple of others in round one. But the weather there was just perfect. There was not a breath of wind all weekend, which was it was the most Waitawa ever.
Yeah.
And everyone was just shooting hot. Jake Brennan shot neg 12, which I'm pretty sure is a course record that first round.
That's incredible. An absolutely massive course, right? Like, I had to get up there myself. Unfortunately, I had conflicting schedule bookings. So, instead of going and playing a massive course, I hung out with my mum all weekend, which I absolutely will not complain about. Lovely to see her. But it did save me from walking over that beast of a course. Alen, have you ever played up at Waitawa?
Can't say that I have. No. It was definitely on the list. I need to do a few more North Island courses. But, I'd be keen to get up there at some point.
Yeah.
That's huge. They call it the beast for a reason.
I am.
Yeah, for sure. 27 holes?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, so just the two rounds.
27.
One on Saturday, one on Sunday.
Yeah.
Rounds take about 5 hours there.
Jesus.
Holy Moses, Batman!
That's some commitment.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah. It's more of a fight,
Yeah,
and you play some disc golf.
Yeah, for sure. So, what have you got lined up coming up event-wise? I know you said you're quite quiet, but obviously you'll probably have a bit of a plan in mind for what you're going to be looking to do in the upcoming 6 months or so.
Yeah, it's going to be a quiet season in New Zealand. I think I won't get to as many tournaments as I did last year. Just ones that I can drive to without having to take leave and stuff like that. Lucky enough to be selected for World Teams at the end of the year. So we'll be going over with a couple of other Kiwis to go hopefully represent New Zealand in Perth. That's coming up in November.
Have you had much experience playing in hot weather?
No, not at all. I went over and visit my parents. They lived over in Aussie for a couple of years, and so last November, I went and played, and it's just another beast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another layer of things you sort of have to think about and prepare for going into a tournament. I know, Alen, you've played in some pretty hot weather. I think last time probably when we were in Japan, and actually maybe just while you were in Europe.
I was about to say, yeah, just the most recent one was definitely in Singapore. It was 8 a.m., it was 30 degrees, and it was 90% humidity. That is a tough slog around a disc golf course.
Yes. So I do see you've got the Extreme 24 coming up, another disc shop event, fantastic event, and I believe it's now North Island Championships.
Yeah, North Island Champs. That'll be fun. That'll be an exciting one. It's a cool course, so much elevation, and I played so poorly last year. It was horrendous weather. I think I was MO1 for that tournament, and just got beaten to a pulp by that course.
Yeah, it's definitely
looking for a redemption.
You kind of hit it on the nose there. It'll beat you to a pulp, because I was about to say it is a course that can absolutely chew you up. You get off the beaten path, we could say, and you could take a couple strokes just to get back.
100%. There's a lot of natural OB. From memory, until you get up the top, there's not much sort of actual OB, defined OB. There's some fence lines and stuff, but it's just natural. You're in little fruit orchards, or you're in the bush, or you're in the water, and you're just scrambling, and they're long holes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still the same or if it was last year, but last time I played the 66 Extreme, hole 1 was almost at the top of the hill, not that very top section, but midway up, you're playing across a fence, and the spot where you'd probably hyzer out at about 90 to 100 meters just went straight down this massive steep ravine. And it was basically, if your disc goes down there, just don't even think about it ever again. Go to the drop zone or last inbounds and just carry on.
100%. That place is a disc eater. I've got 2 discs that haven't been seen since.
Yeah, me too, probably. I think I've let that memory slide, most likely for good reason. So, yeah, anyway, you've got the 66 Extreme. Any plans to come back to the south?
I think I will pencil in Nationals, get down to Christchurch for that. Yep. I definitely want to get to Southern Smash at some point. I've seen it on footage and heard stories, and that's definitely one to get to. So been trying to squeak some dates out of a few people and see what it looks like. It looks like there's going to be so much happening down there in sort of January, February.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see.
I think, obviously for the last couple of years, that real summertime, it's just so hot with tournaments just all over the place, and that's why you're starting to see more and more tournaments sort of pop up in the early stages of winter and the back end of winter, just because we're running out of dates.
100%. All the long weekends get taken up first.
Oh, have I still got you there, guys?
Yep, I got you now.
Yep, we got you.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, I think we dipped out for just 1.63 seconds there. All right. So I told you in the green room, we're probably going to keep it a wee bit compact. Is there anything you want to bring to the table, talk to the people about? Because I really just wanted to know about last weekend, how you're doing, and I just wanted to see your face.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, very well stoked with last weekend. Pretty quiet on at the moment. We've got a few cool things in the pipeline with the Manawa 2 group here. We're designing a course down in Shannon. So hopefully get a few more sort of tournament level courses around here. But cool. Other than that, just hanging out, playing some disc golf.
Nice one, mate. Well, one thing I do want to touch on, actually, just because we spoke about it in the green room there, you're sticking with your AM status.
Yes.
And what's
no cash.
What's your plans there?
So the plan is to attend AM Worlds not this year, but next year. So that'll be, I think it's August or July next year.
Yep.
So a year away. Lucky enough to bump into a guy, Joe, at Harcourt, who he said his dad lives 3 hours away from Kansas City. Oh, he lives in Kansas City, which is 2 hours away from where the AM Worlds will be in Columbia, Missouri. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, hopefully got some accommodation teed up, and there'll be a little bit of a group of us. I'm trying to convince a few others to come with. Try and get Callum Pittman along and see if he's keen to come to AM Worlds and get a few of the dish shop crew along and make a bit of a trip of it.
It seems to be like every year we're just starting to see one or two more people going out to these events, and I think we're only a couple years away from seeing 10 people or more going to every single one to go and represent the country. So I'm very, very excited about that. And I wish you all the best next year, because I tell you what, mate, I think you are a hot chance to get the job done out there.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll make a trip of it and go hopefully sign up some Pro Tour events too and see what we can make happen.
Awesome stuff, Johnny. Alen, have you got anything, or can we let our man Johnny go?
I think there's just one for the snack chat group. What snack are you running at the moment, Johnny? What's your favourite thing to put in your bag?
Snacks on the course?
Yep.
Bumper bars. Bumper bars are my jam.
Nice.
And bananas. Like, just something quick and easy.
Oh, with the bumper bar, the fruit does love to hang with chocolate. We do know that one. So,
and we'll try and keep the rest of the chat happy. Mr. Disc Golf Crazy Mike Foley has said, "Show us the trophy from the weekend."
Oh yes, yeah, I have that. It is right here. These are quite cool. Thor hammers. The beast is on the stamp.
Oh, no way!
How good.
That is epic, bro. Good stuff,
There's
Mike.
Some pretty cool
Those are
names
awesome
on here.
trophies.
I think it's Jacko's name's on here about 7 times.
Is that all that's on there? Just Jacko 7 times and now yourself? Some pretty cool names.
Yeah. Easy's on here. Joe got it off him last year, and Mr. Dave Fieldberg.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Thank you very much, guys.
Johnny, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming on, and we'll speak to you soon. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Peace out, Johnny.
See you, brother. Alen.
Yes.
Have you ever had the pleasure of having your backside kicked on the course by Johnny?
I think Johnny was always playing in MPO when I was in MA1, so when I'm MA2 now. So I think we've been in different divs, but I couldn't think of a finer person to spread me around the course. So
yeah, mate, I got to play with him up at Armageddon. I can't remember which round it was. It definitely wasn't the last round, I'll tell you that much. But man, just it's absolute scenes. I think I just spend the whole week, the whole round, just watching him do insane stuff and me just throw about half as far every single time.
I think I've definitely followed a couple of cards he's been on, and it's been an absolute pleasure to watch. But yeah, I think I wouldn't even hold a candle to the man, but that's fine.
Yeah, all good. Hey, well, let's go over, since we've just broken the news that he won Waitawa Coastal Cup, and actually just go and have a quick look through all of the results, if we could, please.
Producer Tom working behind the scenes doing absolute wonders.
Actually, let's just give a shout out, guys. So Matt again couldn't be with us tonight. Matt usually steers the ship. Mr. Tom Baker's been in the background, sort of learning the ropes for production for probably the last month or so, maybe a little longer now. Trying to make some updates for the show. You would have seen the intro changing with the cool new graphics and whatnot, and the new theme music. Things that will probably still be worked on into the future, but this is the first time he's steering the ship from behind the scenes, and we'll just see how we can get the job done. Tom, you're doing a great job from where I'm sitting, my friend. Thank you very much. Anywho, so we're going to have a look over to the scores. MPO Waitawa Coastal Club, obviously Johnny Wake takes it down with a, let me get the round ratings. 1,000 rated and a 993 rated round. He took out the tournament by one shot over Jacko. Jake Brennan coming up in third, and closely behind Joe Berry. Shooting down on into MP40, Mr. Mark Dakov gets the job done. 180, 6 shots clear of Joe Seebeck, and a few more to Kane Meal. MA1 sees Josh Pratt with a 10 under par. He's absolutely decimated decimated. Yeah, no more to say on that. Joel Way shooting even, and Tim German with a 1 over par. Down into the ladies, we've got Hannah Edmonds, followed by Charlotte Dunkley and Edwina Amanda Souza. Hannah Edmonds getting the job done by 3 strokes. Looks like Edwina DNF'd right there after round 1. Owen Amanda Souza gets the job done, 2 over par in MA40, beating the likes of Brendan Butler, Quinton Suppers, Tony Church, and then the rest. MA50, Mr. Chris Kingsnorth, we are very familiar with seeing his name at the top of the list, aren't we, Alan?
Absolutely.
And also,
we've been on my top scores here so far.
We're very familiar with seeing him in the New Zealand Disc Golf Buy Sale chat page, buying all the discs and winning all the raffles. He's shot in -2, 7 shots shy of him was Mr. Bryce Kennedy, and then Steve Scarborough with a 9 over par. Down into MA2, and Mr. Sam Hitchcock shoots 7 under par, 14 shots clear of Connor Foley, and then Isaac Duncan taking up 3rd along with John O'Crawford. FA2, Min Zhang, 61, takes down FA2 by 2 strokes over Emily Eldon, and followed up by Tina Wackrow and Rebecca James Longerville. And finally, MA3, where all the action happens, we've got Mr. Jacob Smith, followed by Andy Dinn and Sean Mills. Jacob gets the job done by 3 strokes to shoot a 6 over par. 922 rated first round. That's a great opener by him. That's actually incredible. Didn't quite back it up in the second round, but man, that first round got the job done for him. So well done, Jacob. And that's it for Waitawa. Those trophies were epic, right? Hammer.
Yeah, man. I'd lust after one of those quite heavily, I think.
Heck yeah. Hey, Mike, are you in the chat? Can you just let us know? Did every division have those? Because they are sick. Only 1 like on the stream, and it must be from Matt Drake. I'm just reading in the comments right here. I'm usually deep in the comments, guys, and I'm trying to keep my focus elsewhere right now. But there we go. Sub-Zero. We're going to head to Sub-Zero right next, please, Tom. And so this weekend, Sub-Zero, hosted by Arne Burgess and Ewan Craig, sponsored by Generation Disc Golf, and also overall sponsor for the NZ Elite Silver Series, Altitude Brewing, as of this week.
Let's go.
Heck yeah. This is the first event, Alan, that is sponsored, sorry, not sponsored, that is sanctioned both under NZDG and NZ Elite Series sanctioning. So I personally am very excited about this. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. There's definitely a little bit of change in the air, and it's all positive and for the better. So, you know, everyone's been saying, why aren't we all working together? Here it comes, baby. So, Alan, I'm assuming you probably can't see the list of names who's playing, or can you?
Not very clearly, but I can probably pull it up on Disc Golf Scene, actually. So you do your bit, and I'll see what I can find here.
That's all right. So going into this weekend, Francis Orange will most likely be the favourite. He's the highest rated player, 983. He's coming off on a hot streak, but we have last year's defending champion, Sebastian Falconer, on 972 rating. I think these two are going to have one heck of a battle this weekend.
Ding dong battle.
Yeah, ding dong. Cards are out for this weekend, and I am on a card with Seb. So my whole plan is to try and stay as clean as I can and stick as close to Seb as I can. I'll be realistic about it. I'm going to try and stay close. That's probably all I can do because, man, these kids like Seb and Francis are just insane right now. Sam Cole in the chat, making the trip down. Very excited to see you there, my friend. Sam Lykin, Phil Bother, Stevie Reed, Sergey Sandin, man. This is going to be a great MPO field. I'm very much looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to not come out on the bottom, considering I'm not tournament director this weekend. So a lot of the focus is taken away from that side of things. I can actually just focus on playing the event.
You can focus on not having to do too much as well. So
we'll see. I think, I mean, the whole thing behind this NZ Elite Silver Series is to try and bring some new tournament directors into the fold, new events and new tournament directors. Arne, it's his first time running a tournament. Ewan is his assistant TD, so he's feeding a lot off of what Ewan's teaching him, which is awesome. That's exactly what we're looking for. And then I'm also going to be there. This is obviously one of my events, me and Adam. So Adam's away in the UK for the next 7 weeks. This one's going to fall on my shoulders, but I am going to be doing my best to help him along the way. There's been a few realizations on his end this week of things he didn't see coming, but he's going to make it work, and it will work. Echo Lee, anywho, in FPO, sole player in FPO. Good to see her back. Who do you like in MA1 to take the win in this one, Alen?
Ooh, I mean, I'm always going to back Jake Meikle for so many good reasons. Happy to see him in MA1. But I'm thinking, I might put a smart fiver on Riley Bruce.
All right, I like that a lot. Dwan Fisher coming off a big win down in, I want to say Winton, but I know it's not Winton. Everyone in the chat except me knows where I'm talking about, but he had a great win just a few weeks back to kick off the NZDG season. Kyle Barringer, I had a few shots with him today out on the course at Tucker Beach, and he was borrowing discs and still kicking my backside. So, excuse me, he's in fine form. So I'm going to put my money on Dwan and Kyle to be right at the top of that list, and I think Jack Maffey's going to be hunting them down also.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah. Nikki Day in a league of her own in FA1. MA40, the best division. I'll say that since Matt can't talk for himself right now. Who do you think? Who do you think in MA40? I'm gonna lean into this one and go Kelvin Cummings.
Yeah, I mean, top pick is I do enjoy Arn always. I love you, but I don't think that's your division. I think Kelvin or Errol maybe.
Are you trying to drag Arn back to MA2?
Always. That's where the party's at, and Arn loves that party. So,
since I chose Calvin Cummings in MA40 to take down the dub, I'm going to choose his partner in crime, Marie Cummings, to take down FA40. I believe you'll be in the same boat with that one.
Oh, absolutely. She's doing great in the club rounds as well down in Dunedin, as far as I remember.
Yeah. MA50 is actually one of my personal favourite divisions to keep an eye on because I feel like these guys have the tightest of battles outside of MPO. Teb's going to get it done this weekend? ?
Definitely not a bad shout.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of do this when it comes to Teb's, Falconer. Depends who else is there. If Leon's there and a couple others. Yeah. All right. I'm going to leave this one to you. Talk to me. MA2.
I mean, I'm going to back myself here for
there you go.
A top 3, I'd hope for. I've played with him in the Sun Smash. He goes very good. And I've played in the same div as Ashley Clements in, where was it? I think that was GCO last year. So there's definitely a good stretch in the division from bottom to top. But yeah, I think Ashley on top, and I'd hope to be at least top 3 in there.
Yeah, sure. One name I'm excited to see come into the tournament. He's right on the bottom of my list here. It's Jamie Thompson. Doesn't have a PDJ number. Does a hell of a lot for disc golf in the South Island, Christchurch especially. He runs the massive, massive league that they have up there. Right. So awesome to see him coming down. He's a very good friend of mine from back in the days when he lived in Queenstown, well over 10 years ago now. Always a pleasure to see him. MA3. I don't know who to go with in this one. I'm gonna go with the sneaky Matt Alsop without a PDGA rating there. You know, Queenstown represent.
Oh, yep.
Lee Monk and Grayson Heen, both in a world class of their own, in FA3 and MJ15, and then FJ15, Battle of the Young Ladies, Hayley Rance and Mackenzie Craig, the daughters of Matthew Rance and Ewan Craig. I heard whoever's daughter loses, the dad has to do a shoey at Sunday prize giving. No, just kidding. But yeah, that's going to be a great wee battle between those young ladies too. So that's Sub-Zero. The weather is looking fine this weekend. I did just have a wee look just before. We got a wee bit of a scare earlier in the week. I think it was Sunday night going into Monday morning. It was absolutely puking snow. And I mean, that's exciting for the disc golf. But I checked in on Tuesday. It might have been Monday night, Tuesday morning, and the Linda's Pass was supposed to be closed until Thursday, they had announced.
Mm-hmm. I did hear that. It's pretty hectic weather. So
Yeah, well, we got a pretty big storm front come through, didn't we? It came out of nowhere. It turned our mountains in the Queenstown and the Wakatipu region from absolutely nothing into like perfection.
Yeah, 50,
Really?
50
I've heard some
centimeters at Cadrona and 50 centimeters at Remarks as well.
absolute scenes.
So yeah, from nothing to something in one day.
Yeah, absolute scenes. I can't wait to get up the hill.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm fizzed up.
That's Sub-Zero. We're done and dusted with that one. We'll be back to give you some results on that one next Thursday. Stateside. Let's go stateside and just have a quick update on who's going where in the upcoming weeks. So we've got Alison Tweedy, Sarah Wadsworth, Michaela Kerr, and Amy Whitmore. The two younger ladies headed off. Actually, I believe both of them are already stateside. Actually, no, 100% they are. I've seen Alison and her family at the airport on social media a few days ago. So they're definitely either on their way or there. And I did see Sarah Wadsworth with Kona Panis today.
Oh, really?
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, well, she left Team RPM and went to the Kona Crushers, which is an offset from Dynamic Discs. So Kona's running a junior program to help teach all of the younger kids that she's got in her team, kids that have proved that they're willing to learn and be the best. And obviously Sarah's already got one world championship under her belt, and she's going to be looking to come home with another very soon. I'm going to go back to this. Have you ever had the chance to be smashed on the disc golf course by Alison Tweedy?
Ooh, I'm trying to remember if I did. I think at one point we might have had a card together, but I cannot remember for the life of me when it was.
Yeah, it's probably because you want to forget it, because I did, because she's absolutely spanked me before.
Yeah.
Incredible. No, these ladies are both playing in the divisional doubles junior world championships between them and the junior world. So I'm hoping that between them they can bring home a doubles world championship title and a world title each individually in an ideal world.
A great haul.
Go well, ladies.
Yep.
Yes. Michaela and Amy going off probably in a month or two's time. So, next month, it's July already. Oh my goodness. So we'll catch up and see what they're doing in the preparation and lead up to that in a few weeks' time. And that's probably it for stateside right now. Let's just have a wee quick look over at power rankings, please, Tom. All right, 2 seconds while I enlarge the screen. There we go. Power rankings sees Amy Whitmore go up 1 place into 6th, Nicola Stout up 1 place into 7th, Alexandra Williams, formerly of Australia, now of New Zealand, up 1 place into 8th. Unfortunately, that moves Charlotte Dunkley down 3 places. Hannah Edmonds up 1 place into 11th, and Kath Headley down 1 place. Come on, Kath. Come on, Kath. Right, I was about to ask you to go through the men's, but again, I don't think you can see it. Friend of the show, Johnny Wake, you've seen him about 20 minutes ago. He's gone up into 3rd place, moved up 3 spots into that 3rd place position, right on the heels of Levi Stout and Jackson Sullivan in 1 and 2, taking those pole spots. Do you see that chance, Alen? What do you reckon?
I would like to see a bit of shuffling around. It's always nice to have some fresh names at the top. Jacko's been holding for quite some time, and the Stouts are always pretty much on top. Yeah, let's go. Johnny.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in previous shows, I haven't been here for a couple of weeks, but in a few shows ago, we had a bit of chat going on in the chat about how it's just a battle between Levi dominating the South, Jacko dominating the North, and then they come together to figure out who's going to be the national champion at nationals, basically. I think there's going to be a little bit of change. There's change in the air. You've got the likes of Johnny, obviously, who is just doing things in the short amount of time he's been playing disc golf. Francis.
For sure.
Francis,
coming up strong.
Yeah, Francis is sort of in that same echelon as like Jay Watkinson, who's only 1 spot behind him. Those guys are taking down 4th and 5th. I think Jay was knocking on the door slightly earlier, but now Francis has come up and he's not going anywhere, man. He's playing absolutely outrageously good golf.
He had that really commanding win at Lismore, didn't he?
Huge. Yeah. Massive win. And I think I don't think he's going to have a dominating win this weekend, but I do think it's going to be 1-2, him and Seb. And I think those guys are going to push each other to another level, especially coming down the stretch. So looking forward to seeing that one. The only other movement down here is Simon Feasy up 1 spot, Joe Berry down a couple, and Jake Brennan moves up 4 at the demise of Sam Lyken, Mikey Yu, George Moss, and someone who I can't quite see on the list. Alrighty, that's your power rankings for this week. Don't ask in the chat if it's been updated on the website. I have no idea. Sorry, Marie Cummings, because I'm just going to assume that's in the chat. Upcoming events, please, Mr. Tom. Oh, God, I look away for 1 second, look back, and you're already on the ball.
Producer Tom, on fire.
Alan, Sub-Zero this weekend. You're making your way there?
Yeah, my first time at Sub-Zero this weekend, actually. I'm excited and ready to roll. Really interested for the weather, see how we can go in the cold scenario. But yeah, should be good fun, I reckon.
Mate, you live in Queenstown. You'll be sweet as. Moving on from Sub-Zero on the 27th, 28th of July, we've got Tucker Beach Rush. Registration's open for that now. Small Bone Slam, another NZ Elite Silver Series event coming to you on the 10th of August. 24th of August sees the Blood Sacrifice down at Wanaka. Black Ice Jewel Midwinter Classic in Dunedin, 24th. Disc Daddies present BDE. Take it how you will. They're not telling us what it stands for. Big Daddy Energy. The Hagley Huck in Christchurch, followed by Flight Park Open here in Queenstown. The Black Ice Final Meltdown. Taupo Thermal. Waka. The Extreme 24, which is North Island Championships. Wahi Tapu Legend of the Lodge. Registration open now. Day at the final. And the team down there looking to put on an awesome event. And then all we've got on the bottom of the list there, New Zealand Nationals, 6th to 9th of February. Tommy, do we have a second page on this right now? Negatory? No. Broke down the fourth wall. There's Mr. Tom Baker. I knew I'd get him to talk at some point in this show.
You heard his voice. He does exist.
Yeah, mate. Alan, I appreciate you coming on tonight. I have basically just talking. Talk to me. What's going on? I know you told us what you've been doing. Mm-hmm. Can you fill us in on what's coming up in your realm?
Yeah, I mean, we've got Sub-Zero this weekend, which I'm excited to get out and about to. Then coming up after that, I think I'm a little bit dry on tournaments for a little while, but I will be caddying for Mr. Arne Burgess at the Tucker Beach Rush. I know that one's locked in and he's not going to let me forget it. But other than that, probably going to be putting myself forward for Queenstown Disc Golf President in the upcoming nominations.
Yeah, that's fantastic. We've got, obviously, Queenstown Club been around a very long time. Mr. Hemi Tiafitu's been doing an awesome job steering the ship for many moons now and has decided to step down and looking for some fresh blood to come in and take over the role and continue on the legacy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be quite an exciting time if we want to carry on moving the club forward and do a few bits and pieces. I know we're still looking to keep some people around for the experience with the tournaments and that. But yeah, should be an exciting time for the courses we have in the small area of Queenstown.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just so cool to see all of these little, almost private courses popping up on people's land at the moment, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Flight Park itself has just been an absolute game changer. It's been so nice to be up there and have a good few rounds up there and just play something so completely different to what we have in the Gardens or at Tuckers. I haven't made my way down to Kelvin Grove yet, but I'm excited for that one. I've heard that's really tight and techie, the one down by the yacht club.
Yeah, man, that's a great spot, and it's been approved for baskets. So give it some time, and we'll see what's happening there. Brett Carlisle in the chat has just said some audio issue, folks. I hope you can hear us. Can you hear me? I can see my screen is going, making us small. It seems to be just on the one screen that we pop back to. Sometimes we seem to have a few issues. Guys, I apologize. I haven't really had a chance to go through the chat. There is a heck of a lot in there. I'm not going to run back through it, but I want to say thank you very much to Alen for stepping in for Mr. Matt tonight. We look forward to having Matt back next week. And that's it. 44 minutes, compact. Jobs are good and
short, sharp, precise.
That's right. Thank you for joining us this evening, guys. Thank you to you, Alan. Thank you to Tom Baker in the background, producing the show, steering the ship. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Have a good week.